loves this. I'm going to do the candy store analogy here.
Let's do it.
Because it's amazing to me how a lot of girls here think that your monogamy is equal to a man's monogamy. And I'm trying to say that it's not at all. So I'm going to go into a dream world real quick, real fast. Right? Real sound effect.
You got to say.
Yes, sir. So I was preemptive. So ladies, I want you guys to imagine, right? Like just close your eyes real quick, okay? Everybody close your eyes. We're going to go into an imagination now so you guys understand this. Look, if you're gonna be, hold on. If you're gonna have an attitude about it, and I don't need it, I don't
have an attitude. You want me? I'm closing my eyes.
And all this stuff, like
Myron, I'm closing my eyes.
Respect the platform. You're a podcaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then follow the fucking rules, man.
Yeah,
like it's simple. Like,
all right, go ahead.
Like, know where you're at.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Like, I don't need the attitude, the eye rolls, or this extra stuff. I'm trying to explain a concept, right? So you guys get where I'm coming from here with the monogamy thing. All right. So close your eyes, ladies. All right. Close them. I'm looking around. So I want you guys to imagine that there's a candy store, okay? The women are allowed into this candy store at 18 years old, okay? They get to go in, enjoy the candy, check out the different aisles. You've been there for a few years now. You figure out that purple Starbursts are strange. You figure out that Tootsie Rolls are disgusting. Pink Starbursts are good. Yellow Starbursts are gross. M&Ms are weird. You start to think gummy bears are cool on some days. Some days they're not. You stay out of this aisle. You go to this aisle, whatever it may be. And at some point, you start to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and when you start kind of hang out in certain aisles, right? The men, however, are not allowed to go into the candy store until they're 35 years old, been going to the gym for 5 years, and have $100,000 saved up, right? Mm-hmm. So you're in there, you're having a great time, 18 years old, about what, 17 years passes by or some shit?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, just fucking literally bang, right? The dudes are allowed into the candy store, all right?
Going crazy.
Only a few of them, though, because a lot of them didn't qualify. I mean, you're supposed to keep the eyes closed. Like,
oh, sorry.
You got to follow instructions.
Sorry, go ahead.
So anyway, so the guys are allowed into the candy store finally, right? But there's only a couple guys that are allowed in. But there's a huge line wrapped around the candy store for the other guys to get in. So they're seeing these guys come in and they're cheering them on. Yeah, you guys made it in, blah, blah, blah. So these guys that made it in, they're going crazy. They're eating pieces of candy that you threw away 10 years ago. They're hanging off the rafters. They're swinging around. They're going nuts. They're jumping in the aisles. They're swimming, fucking doing snow angels with the cotton candy. Like all this crazy shit in the candy store, fucking it up. And all of you are like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, have you never seen candy before? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? And the guy stops and says, how the fuck are you going to tell me how many pieces of candy I can eat when I have to bust my ass to get in this candy store?
Mm.
Now, my answer is, how are you going to tell a man how many pieces of candy he can eat when you guys got into the candy store for free?
You can't.
Please answer it for these girls that think monogamy is equal between men and women.
Monogamy is not equal between men and
Do
women.
I still have to keep my eyes closed?
No, you got next slide is over. So for you think monogamy is the same between you and a man?
No, I don't think so, but
You said it a second ago it was.
well, I mean, I think that the sacrifice is like the same. But I don't think that monogamy is the same between men and women. I mean, I think that I know how men are biologically wired. They want to stick their dick in whatever they can that can have a baby, right? Like that's just how biologically men are. But I mean, a man who doesn't do that and is able to go against like their biological wiring and only have sex with one person, whether that's like however many times a day they need, whatever, I think that like shows much more character in a man than someone who just goes with their impulses all the time. Like I think that just shows like that you're actually with a strong man and that they're not.
He's a real man, Myron.
See, that sounds great on paper, but the reality is you didn't have to work to get into the candy store.
Okay.
So that's easy for you to say, but you didn't have to work to build your value up.
Okay.
So why do you expect a guy to bust his ass and do all this?
I mean,
right? And
I
then
feel
be
like
monogamous
you
to
do
you,
have to work.
and then you think it's equal that you being monogamous is the same.
I mean, maybe not physically you have to work to get your like value up or whatever, but I think mentally 100% you do.
As a man or a woman?
A woman.
No, you don't.
Girl.
You could be a retard bimbo and still get a guy.
Right.
We see plenty of girls do it.
Like for a
and
night.
get a millionaire too if you're bad enough.
I mean, I'd say that men who value like women who actually have opinions and women who aren't just like Barbie dolls that they have to show around. And
Are
just
real
have,
men.
Yeah, right. Are real
So
men.
you're operating
like
a lot
men
of
with
shoulda
brain.
coulds.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? Because you also think monogamy between the two is the same. How can you tell a guy how many pieces of candy he can eat?
You can't. I can't control what another person does. I can only control myself.
Because you were also saying you were agreeing with her that like monogamy is the same between the two, and I'm trying to say it's not.
I
at
never
all.
agreed to that. I never said that.
When she made that point, you literally were like, "Oh like,
no. Listen, I can listen to someone and hear their perspective and nod my head like, okay, that's your view. I don't think monogamy. I know men are hardwired for sex, and if he wants it, he's gonna get it. I know a lot of women that do everything. Like, what was the question that y'all asked earlier about? What would you give up?
Sacrifice for.
What would you
that
sacrifice
was how this started.
Okay.
Was what would you give?
There's
right?
so
in
many
exchange?
women, right? There's so many women that do all of that and they still get cheated on. So you can't, at the end of the day, you can't control what a man wants to do. You know what I mean? All you can hope for is that they respect you enough to tell you what the fuck is happening, or how they feel, if they want some head, or if they want to go out and get some new pussy. That's all you can hope for, is that they can tell you.
Ultimately,
Like,
you can't make anyone do something that they don't want to do.
Right.
Right.
Anyway,
I got a question.
yeah.
So say that I was gonna ask both of you, if either of you get married, or when you guys do get married, would you make a woman sign a prenup?
Of course.
Okay. Would
Not
you
even a
make
question.
your woman sign a prenup?
I'm not getting married.
Oh, you don't want to get married?
No.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
wouldn't. Yeah, but we
Okay.
wouldn't get married. I mean, I think getting married is a bad move for a guy nowadays.
Okay, so my question is for like women.
Wait,
like,
you
say-
think getting married is a bad move for a guy?
For men, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
For women, it's a
Yeah.
W. For y'all, it's great. That's why women want to
So
get
then
married so
if
bad.
you-
But
Wait,
So-
hold on. If you're like influencing the culture of men right now in 2023 and you're on here saying that it's like a bad move for men to get married, how do you expect any of us to get married? Because all they're going to do is follow you and be your fanboy and be like, oh, I don't want to get married.
All right, so
You do
Like,
know-
that doesn't make any sense.
Wait, hold on. Raise your hand if you have OnlyFans. Exactly.
Well, I don't